It's early morning, the sun comes out. Last night's dinner was lousy 'cause it was takeout. My belly is hungry and growling's a sin. So what is wrong with takeout again? My family is hungry, they need to tell. So give 'em food and feed 'em well. The days to come, the same places to go. I gotta get started, it's time for my show. Here I am, teaching you how to cook again. Here I am, teaching you how to cook again. My family's hangry, they start to shout. Desire's coming, it breaks out loud. Dinner's in packages till I break it loose. Just have to make it with some food I choose. Dinner is calling, I have to go. The family's hungry, they run this show. They're licking their lips, they're ready to eat. On the hunt tonight calls, dinner's at 6. Here I am, teaching you how to cook again. Here I am, teaching you how to cook again. Here I am, teaching you how to cook again. Teaching you how to cook again. It's Jackie from Otherwise. Welcome to my channel where we cook and jam, or cook with jam. Either way, welcome. Hey everybody, it's Jackie from Otherwise, and welcome to my channel. And today we're making Italian sausage lasagna. So let's go over the ingredients list. Now I have done some prepping already, so let me show you. I browned a pound of ground Italian sausage, and it's got a large onion in there also. I've also cooked, partially cooked, like halfway, 9 lasagna noodles. We need some mozzarella cheese, cottage cheese, or you could use ricotta if that's what you like. A jar of pasta sauce. I like tomato basil. I use that for everything. That's the only kind I buy. Some olive oil and some Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. So I've already got my meat browned, and what I'm going to do is add my pasta sauce to it. To get all of that out of there, I'm going to put a little bit of water. And the little bit of water in here will just help the lasagna noodles soften. I just want to get it all. Be frugal. Save your jars. You never know when you're going to need to make some chicken broth, bone broth. So my pasta sauce is ready. I just need to stir it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cottage cheese and my mozzarella and I'm going to mix it together. I've got my mixing bowl. And I'm going to combine. So I'm going to combine my cottage cheese. I'm going to get it all out. I'm going to add my mozzarella cheese. This is 4 cups, and I probably had somewhere between 2 and 3. And the cottage cheese I used was 24 ounces. This may be too much. I'm not sure. I'm just winging it here. And that's what cooking is all about. It's not about really following a recipe, although you can. And there's a lot of good recipes out there. But sometimes you don't have the ingredients for everything, and that's when you have to wing it. So this is what I have in my refrigerator, and this is what I'm going to use. I don't want my cottage cheese to go bad. I am going to add some Italian seasoning, which should have been added before I started stirring, but anyway. So, half of a teaspoon or a teaspoon, something like that. Alright. I'm going to go get my pasta sauce. And I'm going to go ahead while I'm over here and turn my oven on to 400. I'm just going to stir this up just to mix and make sure that my bites are not too big. If your meat is a little pink, it's alright because it's going to bake in the oven. And I like to chop with my spatula. Alright. And I'm just going to coat the bottom. This is my pan. It's not very big. I have a bigger one, but it's got breakfast casserole in it in the oven. So I'm just going to coat the bottom of this and rub it around to coat, just to keep it from sticking. And you can go up on the sides. That'll be fine. So I'm going to add some pasta sauce. And I just want to cover the bottom. That's nothing more, just to cover. I'm going to take some pasta, some lasagna noodles, and lay them in my pan. And I've got some ends that aren't going to exactly make it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use my kitchen scissors. And you need some kitchen scissors. These are really fabulous for just such an occasion. And I'm going to use 3. And that one wants to curl up, so I'm going to cover that one. Actually, I'm going to turn it upside down. That might work better. Make it lay flat. Now I'll kind of overlap both of those with the smell. Now I'm going to add my cheese. very thick. Now, you can also add Parmesan cheese to this. I don't have any right now. So, I'm just going to use what I got. And I did not put any salt on that, so I'm going to add a little bit. Alright, next layer. Back to the Italian sausage, mushroom. No, I didn't have mushrooms, but you can add mushrooms. And I have onions and pasta sauce. We're just going to cover this and see if we can't make us one more layer in this small pan. You can use a 9 by 13. You may need more noodles. I just made 9. I wasn't sure how many I would need. And I have my loaf pan if we don't have enough room. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leftover pieces and I'm going to lay them in here. Put that in there. Now, more cheese. Now for some reason this is really thick. Doesn't want to spread very well. Alright, I don't think we're going to get the other noodles in there. So what I'm going to do is find another jar of pasta sauce, and I'm going to save this for the other one because there's not much meat there, and I want a little bit of meat in my other lasagna. So I've got another jar of pasta sauce and this lasagna, and I'm just going to put this pasta sauce on there by itself because it's already got meat in it. And we're just going to cover this up. So this is my lasagna. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven. I have leftover stuff. Well, I have a loaf pan. So here's my little lasagna. There's still probably 3 good servings. So 1 for me and 2 for my growing young man. So I'm going to take this leftovers from making my lasagna. I made another lasagna, a smaller one, and I'm going to put it in the freezer. So someday when I don't want to make anything, that's in the freezer. It just has to be defrosted. So I can take it out that morning, and in the afternoon, in the evening, I could bake it for an hour, and it'll be done. Now my other lasagna was partially cooked, and it was already at room temperature. It may take less time to cook. I'm going to check it at 30 minutes to see how hot it is, and we may be able to eat it then. Otherwise, it can take up to an hour to make a lasagna. But this was already at room temperature except for my cheese, and it did sit out for a little bit. So we're going to check it and see. Lasagna is not hard to make, and you can make it without boiling the noodles, which would make it even that much easier. But I have had on occasion my noodles didn't turn out, they were a little crunchy, let's just say. So I always boil them at least halfway. And you can pre-make your sauce. So if you are having beef stroganoff and you just want to buy 5 pounds of ground beef and cook it all at one time, you can do the beef and the onions and the mushrooms and put it all in there together and use it for both dishes. It's great to be able to cook that way, and I hope to be able to offer you some one-day cooking where we make several different dishes with a similar type of ingredient. So I hope that you will try this lasagna. I also want to let you know that you don't have to use Italian sausage. You can use ground beef, or you can use chicken. My mama makes her lasagna with chicken. So just a couple of chicken breasts or a couple of pieces of chicken somehow, and she just boils them and separates them and adds it to her sauce. So that's the way she makes her lasagna. So I prefer Italian sausage. Some people prefer ground beef. Like I said, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you how to cook it through. So, do your thing. Don't do my thing. Do yours. Don't do your mama's thing. Do what's best for your family. What they would like best. So we're going to let this cook, and we'll be back after a while to give a taste test. I can't wait. I'm hungry. Okay, we're back. And during that 35 or so minutes, I washed my dishes and I mopped the floor. Yay for me. I've already taken it out of the oven. Here it is. I had to put a pan up under it because it was spilling out, because I filled it too full. But it's a small pan, and I really wanted to get at least 2 layers of lasagna noodles in it. So that's what we've got. And my son is raring to eat. So I'm gonna cut it, and then we'll be back for taste test. There's no one like you. I can't wait for the times with you. I imagine the things we do. I just wanna be loved by you. So like, subscribe, and ring my bell, ring my bell. So I decided to show you how I'm going to cut this thing. I'm going to say that's 6 servings right there. 2 on this side, 2 in the middle, and then 2 on the end. So I'm just trying to eye it. I'm going to use my sharp knife and just sort of saw through. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my other pieces. And then down the middle. Okay, so it's a little wobbly jawed, but it'll do all right. We're just going to eat it. We're not going to take a picture of it. Well, maybe we will take a picture of it, but we're still going to eat it. So I'm going to use my big spatula. And I'm not a professional. And it doesn't have to be beautiful coming out of the pan. It just has to be delicious. Okay, so here it is. Our lasagna, and I made a little green salad with the lettuce that I'm growing in my large pot outside. And I got it all over me already. My daddy always said, it's not good unless you get it all over you. So here we go. There's proof. So let's give it a taste. So I really like the spiciness of the Italian sausage. It just gives it a little something extra, more than ground beef. The cheese is very cheesy, which is always fabulous. And everything is it's just fabulous. My son said it was very good. He usually doesn't give me that kind of compliment. I usually just get it's all right. But even if it's fabulous. So he really enjoyed this. He's already eaten his, and I haven't even started. So I hope that you'll try it. It's really easy, and you can do a decomposed, well, that sounds sort of morbid. You can do one in a large pot and just add everything and do some smaller noodles. You can do rotini noodles or something like that and make it that way. And you won't have to spend all that time layering. But anyway, I have a happy accident, as Bob Ross says, because I not only made one lasagna, I made two. So I hope that you will make this dish, and I know that you will enjoy it. And remember, dinner's at 6. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who decided to.